Good evening. Here are the detailed news topics and concise, listener-friendly summaries. Topic 1. Renewed friction around Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, and Trump's repeated pauses on strikes has driven oil higher, knocked luxury stocks, pushed European bond yields toward 15-year highs, and raised questions about inflation and the Fed's next move. After U.S. and Israeli attacks, clashes with Iran have effectively choked the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump announced a 10-day pause on strikes for negotiations, while Iran denies direct talks and has pressed sovereignty conditions. Passage remains unstable, despite Trump's claim that Iran allowed about 10 tankers through. Reports show about 20% of daily tanker flows via the strait are disrupted and some Chinese ships turned back. Oil spiked. Brent above 110, WTI near 97, and volatility rose. European 10-year yields surged toward 2011 levels, German 3.12%. Luxury names LVMH, Hermes, Ferrari slid on Middle East demand worries. The shock raises upside inflation risk, unsettles Fed ECB policy paths, lifts rate hike odds into 2026, dents U.S. consumer sentiment and real economy channels, logistics, luxury spending, and shows that Trump's attack-then-pause pattern has not calmed markets. Topic 2. A judge blocking the Pentagon's attempt to label Anthropic a supply chain risk. U.S. District Judge Rita Lynn in San Francisco issued an injunction stopping the Defense Department from designating Anthropic as a supply chain risk, finding the action likely retaliatory and violative of the First Amendment and due process. The court concluded the designation and related presidential DoD directives appeared aimed at punishing Anthropic after it altered contracts and publicly criticized the government. The judge called the measures arbitrary and irrational. Enforcement was stayed 1 week to allow appeal. The Pentagon intends to appeal, and related litigation in D.C. continues. Anthropic and allied companies, including Microsoft, praised the ruling while senior DoD officials sharply criticized it. Topic 3. Freddie Mac reports that U.S. mortgage rates have risen to their highest level since last September. Freddie Mac said the average 30-year fixed mortgage rose to 6.38% this week, with the 15-year at 5.75%, the highest since last September under its survey methodology. Tensions around Iran and higher oil have pushed Treasury yields up, 10-year near 4.38%, mortgage rates higher, even as the Fed keeps the policy rate at 3.5 to 3.75%. Freddie's chief economist noted purchase and refinance applications rose year over year, but borrower cost burdens and rate volatility are increasing. The housing market shows mixed signals, higher cancellations and weaker buying sentiment, but more inventory that can aid buyers. Topic 4. Major corporate moves. M&A, partnerships, funding, and tech builds. Novartis agreed to buy Excelergy for up to $2 billion to add the XL111 allergy candidate to its portfolio. VW and Rivian hit a software joint venture milestone that unlocks future funding tranches that could include a $1 draw this year. Reports of talks between Pernod Ricard and Brown-Forman are ongoing but uncertain. Some headlines note MasterCard exploring a sale, and ICE's reported $600 million polymarket exposure lack detailed sourcing in the supplied text. Oaktree accepted sizable first-quarter redemptions by repurchasing shares, with Brookfield stepping in, and trimmed its monthly dividend. SoftBank secured about $40 billion in unsecured bridge financing to back OpenAI and corporate needs. Meta scaled its El Paso AI data center plan up to $10 billion, targeting 1 gigawatts by 2028, large construction and permanent hiring, big clean power commitments. And Netflix raised subscription prices across tiers while maintaining heavy, costly content plans. Topic 5. Markets show strain from private credit cracks and a decade low in Asia private equity fundraising. Geopolitical shocks amplified market volatility. Private credit stress surfaced as high leverage.